Hello folks, welcome to Canal Channel Jose. Today we got a situation where this tire on our Tercel keeps going down on pressure and we don't know where it's escaping. So we're gonna take out the tire, do a little bit deeper diagnose and see what the problem is and how we can solve it. With that, let's jump right into it. So now we have our tire sitting here, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using soapy water, and we're going to spray it all the way around the tire and the rim, the lip where it meets the tire with the rim, to see if there's any leakage going on in there. We're going to do in the test for the valve stem also with soapy water. We're going to spray it on everywhere to detect any pressure escaping. So once it hits the soap is going to form bubbles, and that's going to tell us where it's coming from. So we're going to be using soapy water for this purpose. So we start by spraying it in one side. We check. You got to take your time on when you're doing this. You cannot rush it because it might be a very small leak and you won't detect it because you're moving too fast. So you got to pay attention when you're doing this. So we start spraying it and then continue to the other side. So what we do is we grab our soapy water and we spray it all the way around to fill the gaps, so that way the soapy water gets in the grooves. And then if there's any separation or tiny small separation on the lip of the tire with the rim, that's going to allow us to detect that there's a leakage on that area with the soapy water. So you got to spray all the way around and observe how the soap starts reacting when it's on the surface. So some places it's just going to be settled, no movement. In other places, if there's a leak, that you're going to start noticing bubbles forming. So let's spray all the way around and then observe. So now that we spray the soapy water all the way around and is there, we observe for any bubbles being formed in there, because that will tell us that there's a point where that leakage is forming or is happening. But in this case, nothing is moving. Everything's is normal. The bubbles that are there just stay. They're not forming any more bubbles. So now with that, now that we have this side checked, we go into the other side and we verify for leakage on the other side of the lip, because sometimes these, they dry up on the side of the wall or the bead, and then they start leaking air out, and sometimes they have to be remounted, so they lose lubrication. So let's check the other side. So before we flip this tire over, I have noticed this area here that is creating a little bubbles. So this might be a problem. So before we move on to the other side, we're gonna verify and see what's going on here. There's a formation of bubbles here, so that means pressure is escaping from inside to the outside, and the foam is telling us that that's happening. So there's a leak right there that we've been looking for. So that's an old plug that is leaking some air pressure out of the tire. So that old plug, we're gonna remove it and put a new one in there so we can stop that air pressure leak out of this tire. So let's replace that plug. First, what we do is we clean the soap around. So before I take that one out, I wanna get my new plug ready. This is the tool to shove it in there once I pull that one off of there. And I'm going to be using this adhesive with this patch once I shove it right in there. But before I pull it out, I'm going to get this ready. So to pull that guy out of there, I'm going to be using this kind of tool. So for this, you got to improvise. So now before I put air pressure into the tire, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit for a little bit so it dries up, and then I can put pressure on the tire so this becomes a better repair than the before one. So now with that glue around it is going to help seal for permanent or for a longer time. So this patch that we just put in looks like this on the package. They're long and they're kind of like a string with glue around it, rubber. And there's 5. We used 1 already. And the one we took out, this is it. It looks more like a, I don't know, you tell me. So just showing you how that's gonna sit there. So we'll let it dry now. So now that we have performed the repair or the replacement of that patch, what we're gonna be doing is we let it sit for a little bit and it dried up now. It's pretty good for us to put some pressure in there. So we're gonna be using, in this case, our Milwaukee M18 compressor to put 35 pounds of pressure on this tire. And then we're gonna verify that there's no more leakage on that point. So with that, let's put pressure and test for leaks. So now we have connected or hook up our compressor to the tire, and now we are gonna add 35 pounds of pressure. This is gonna be the pressure that we wanna get to. This is the actual tire pressure at this point, which is none, 0. So we add 35, we start pumping air into the tire. And then once we reach 35, the compressor is gonna stop by itself, and then we're gonna verify for leaks at this point. So our compressor has stopped. This is the actual tire pressure here. This is our pressure that we wanted to reach at, and it has reached 35 pounds. It's connected to our tire still. So we're gonna verify that there's no leakage at this point, and make sure before we put it into the car. We grab our soapy water now, we spray it all the way around and verify that there's no leakage. So now there's no more bubbles being built around. So the bubbles that are there are the original bubbles that were produced by the foam hitting the tire. So now that we know that there's more loss of pressure, I'm not gonna cut this. I'm just gonna leave it there, and then I'm gonna put it into my car and let this be worn out by the road. So with that, this repair has been performed. So we just wanted to expose or give you some info that those patches can actually be replaced if they stop performing on sealing the tire pressure. You can actually replace them and put a new one. That's what we did. So now with that, we put it back on our car, get it back on the road. So there's always alternatives to problems. So don't think that there's only one solution. There's many, but you just gotta look on how to attack that problem like we did with that patch with a new patch.